Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Adam Wolf, and we're going to be taking a look at the State of Play that PlayStation put on a couple days ago. And see what all the hubbub is about. Some people were saying it was good. Some people were questioning some of the trailers. I, of course, avoided as much as I could. There was some talk about that Concord game that was announced quite a while ago, and I guess it's really not cleared up as to what it is in this State of Play. But we're going to take a look at it ourselves. It's about a half-hour video. I don't think I'm going to be cutting much from this video, to be honest. We're just going to go straight through. I probably won't stop it too much. I'll just try and talk over parts that I have thoughts on. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Don't worry, I've set it to 4K, so that way we get full resolution. Mature content, not suitable for all audiences, yada yada yada.
Hi everyone, I'm Asad Kizilbash, Head of Product at PlayStation Studios and Head of PlayStation Productions.
I have no idea who this guy is. I've never seen him in my life.
One of the newest members of the PlayStation Studios family, Firewalk. This team brings together some of the most talented developers in our industry, with an incredible pedigree in the online multiplayer space.
Never heard of them.
We announced their first game, Concord, last year.
There it is.
And today, they're revealing gameplay captured in-engine on PS5. But first, here's an extended vignette introducing some of the cool characters you'll find in the Concord galaxy. Enjoy.
Whatever Concord is, we still don't even know what it is. If I remember correctly, I think it was a sci-fi game? I don't remember. It's been a long time. Hey, if it turns out to be sci-fi, awesome. I'm game. Clearly not actual gameplay. Very good animation.
Oh, jukebox.
It wasn't the plan.
It was a spontaneous, creative decision made after years of careful research.
Being really old and almost dying a bunch doesn't count as research.
Almost dying is the best way to learn how not to die. Besides, it worked, didn't it?
How
What
much
the
longer
hell
do
is
you
he
have left?
eating?
A few more minutes. Hey,
He put a ton of freaking
tight with hot sauce. You'll like it. Trust
Yeah.
me.
No. Do not trust
tons
him.
of hot sauce.
Where's this coming from?
It's coming from you back on the ship saying, trust me, we're professionals. We'll stick to the plan. We can do this. And
Is this
then
like a Guardians of the Galaxy sort of thing?
that was not the plan.
Technically, it was a plan. It just wasn't the same plan that we started with.
If we don't leave with this blue button,
Amar, we will. We will.
I'll be waiting
Yeah,
outside.
he's Star-Lord, essentially. She, of course, could be a Gamora type.
We'll be taking this off your hands.
What? This?
Funny.
Also, sorry, I just had some popcorn, so I'm dealing with kernels. The big guy's either Groot or Drax.
Slow them down a little for you. Meet at the rendezvous point.
Wait, what? Where's the rendezvous? I didn't catch that.
Copy that, Bill.
What?
Well played.
Fine. They only got one of my legs.
How are those hands?
She's got powers?
How bad is it? You're still mad at me?
It's definitely sci-fi-esque.
One off. This is you.
Okay, he's definitely Groot. Giant robot, few words.
I am developing a taste for destruction.
Or maybe not let few words.
Goodbye.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have had the 2-ton robot on a scaffolding.
This would be a very dishonorable way for us all to die.
That's
Don't
definitely
worry.
a Drax.
Nobody's dying dishonorably. And also, we're bringing this back with us.
He's definitely Drax. She's Gamora. That dude's Star-Lord. The robot's
What are you
Groot.
doing?
The sniper, I don't know.
Getting us to the rendezvous point.
Remember, she can float, sort of.
Perhaps we should have let go also.
One off. Do not dare.
Well, we were supposed to stick together.
If you let
Him
go,
would
I
never leave me.
swear I will bring
Oh,
vengeance.
look, there they are.
What the? I am glad you avoided a dishonorable death.
Almost dying is the best way to learn how not to die.
Yeah, that's Drax.
Or something.
I knew this was gonna work.
This wasn't the plan.
No, it just wasn't the one we started with. All right.
It is sci-fi, though.
Customer goods delivered. I send everyone their cut.
Ooh, yay.
So do you, like, carry it around with you for emergency bland situations?
They're really putting a lot of focus on this game, though.
Don't joke about something like this.
Our next job is somewhere with less
We'll
scaffolding.
have no scaffolding. Zero scaffolding. I promise. We were apart for so long. I thought I'd never feel your fiery embrace again.
You know, for a new studio, the animation is pretty top-notch. I'm not gonna lie. They kind of nailed the look of the game, whatever the game is.
Concord is a 5v5 first-person shooter set in the vibrant sci-fi universe of the Concord Galaxy. In Concord, from the moment you log on, you are part of the crew of the North Star, a group of guns for hire known in our galaxy as free gunners. Free gunners are those lucky enough to be free to roam the stars. They take high-stake jobs on worlds across wild space, where they face other fiercely competitive free gunner crews.
Are you kidding
Here's
me?
the very first look at the gameplay of Concord.
It's a 5v5? Are you kidding me?
It's hard work, but it's our work, and we don't take it for granted.
We don't need more PvP garbage, man.
Right on target.
How much you want to bet this will be free to play and had tons of microtransactions built in?
Making something of themselves.
Oh my god. Why did they have that awesome looking trailer only to just disappoint me like that? No. We have enough shooters, we have enough live service, we have enough multiplayer games. I'm sick of it. We don't have all the time in the world to play all these live service garbage games, man.
And in the wilds, it's anyone's game. You won't survive on your own.
Target blinded.
I mean, they're only showing off these 5 actual characters with real names. So who the hell are they fighting? No-name characters? Like,
Endless rage.
it's just another freaking Overwatch clone.
We risk our lives every day to do the job.
I'll clear the way. Time to show them the big guns. That's me.
You know, the worst part about it is I say I don't want this, but I'm gonna try it.
Will go anywhere.
Obviously, if it's a free-to-play game, I'm gonna try it. Because it doesn't cost me anything.
Face any enemy.
The really crappy part is if I do try it, that means, and I get a trophy, that means that trophy list is on my list forever, and either I finish the trophy list, or I leave it alone, and it bugs the crap out of me.
We're the free gunner crew of the North Star. And together,
No, this is
we're
not,
going to make our mark on this galaxy.
this is not what, I'm sure, I'm not the only one that expected this to be something completely different. Why are they showing a trailer that looked like it was story-based?
Gathering. Would you like to join us for game night?
With Concord, we leaned on the strengths and background of our team to make a tight, well-balanced FPS that feels great to play. We focused a ton of our attention and our tech on building a strong gameplay foundation of tight core movement, precise visceral shooting, and expressive abilities.
We ended up finding ourselves influenced a lot by fighting games and even strategy games in the interesting way that the asymmetry of their characters makes every fight, every matchup feel really different.
Leaning into the asymmetry of the characters, really pushing the possibility space of 2 different characters colliding. It's all about creating opportunities for improvisation. That's where we can get out of the way and let players find their own magic. We also have abilities that are meant to have impact beyond direct combat. deployable gear that can persist throughout a full game, so whether that's multiple rounds of a mode or multiple respawns across a match. There are healing pads.
I guess this is one of the live service games that Sony was investing a lot of money in. Clearly not one of the 6 that they canceled out of the 12 that they were looking to get.
When it happens, players can shift the battlefield to their advantage.
We've got everything from mystics and medics to gunslingers and sparked robots. Every character brings their own unique personality, skills, and wide-ranging perspectives to the crew. Every week, when you log into Concord, you will be welcomed with a new cinematic vignette that will give you a chance to see our characters off the job. They will feature ongoing narrative arcs that grow the characters' stories and relationships.
Well, at least they did that.
And unpack the broader Concord
That'll
galaxy.
make the attachment to the characters a lot
We're
more
excited to share that we'll be hosting
of an
a
investment
pre-launch
just
beta in
because.
July, followed by Concord's global launch on August 23rd, 2024.
So they have a beta in July, and that's not what I wanted. Wrong keyboard. So I said I wouldn't stop it, but I have to say this. So they have a beta in July, and it launches the next month. The beta is meant to iron out issues, right? They're doing a EA where they launch a beta, or a Bethesda, I should say, as well. They launch a beta only a few weeks prior to the release, and then it releases, and it's still broken. It's like, a month is not enough to fix any issues that are potentially going to be a part of the game. That's a dumb idea. The other dumb idea is the fact that it's a 5v5. It's a PvP game. It's obviously one of the live services that PlayStation wanted to get on the market. I think the one thing that they have over something like Overwatch is the fact that they said every time you log in or every week, there's a new story beat for each character. So you get to learn about the characters. You get to understand them. So that's good. That's something that Overwatch didn't have, and Overwatch 2 failed to deliver. So at least they got that much. But dude, stop with the live services. There's too many of them. People are getting sick of them. We don't all have the ridiculous amount of time that a child in grade school has, all right? Or middle school or high school or whatever. In school. We don't have that time as grown-ups that like to play games in our off work time. It's ridiculous, man. Don't pre-order any game. Don't pre-order any game unless you know it's a studio you absolutely have great insight on, that you know the pedigree. All right, so yeah, I heard one of the guys talk about that at work. That God of War Ragnarok is coming to PC, but do not pre-order unless you know the pedigree of the studio.
Calm and reasonable person. Are you?
I still haven't played this game.
Calm and reasonable person.
I don't have it yet.
You don't really want war.
I'm guessing Jetpack Interactive is the porting studio.
The prophecies say Fimbulwinter leads to Ragnarok.
You will die, Kratos of Sparta.
Death can have me when it earns me.
3.7, 3.1. I didn't even know DLSS was up to 3.7.
We haven't dared to consider.
Super ultra wide support. I mean, if it didn't include the Valhalla DLC, that would be stupid. It was a free DLC. So that should have been obvious.
Not because it is written.
September 19th. Got some time left.
Soldiers and officials alike oppress the people for personal gain. and the people must turn to thievery for food.
Omega Force.
Perhaps
That name
this
sounds
is
familiar.
Heaven's way of lamenting the state of the land. Men are powerless.
This actually looks like a Total War
But
type
even
game.
so, someone must act.
Or Dynasty Warriors? Or a Dynasty Warriors type game? Yup. Or Samurai Warriors. No, he's not a sam. Well. In a world of chaos, a nameless hero returns. Did you say returns? I don't know. It is Dynasty Warriors. Hey, I freaking nailed it. That looks way better than Dynasty Warriors 9. Dynasty Warriors Origins. 9 was a disappointment.
I think I was dreaming. It was
A huge disappointment.
We were really transported to Mirrorland. The path of a stylist is never easy. So, are you ready for it?
Oh boy.
We're ready. Ready.
Definitely not a game for me. That's for sure. What the hell, dude? But it has combat in it? I feel like this is a game where you should be like they said something about style, so you're taking pictures, you're dressing up in outfits, but you still go out and fight things? The grass looks good, I'll give them that much. It's gotta be like Unreal Engine, I think. Visually, very good looking game. I don't know what it is though. It definitely has something to do with taking pictures, but... Infinity Nikki? Nikki?
Is it you who pursues infinity? Or is infinity awaiting you?
Okay. I like the environment. It looked good, though. Another one by Inbound. Because we just saw them.
I have seen the miracles you so claim.
Tips Works.
Until the
a lot of new devs.
shuttles.
A lot of new developers.
Into the mist.
I pray for their grace, but all that came were inferior shades.
Why do we have to bear the consequences of such power?
Time. War. Mortality. These essences shall not fall into your treacherous hands.
Okay, I like the visuals. It looks like a Souls inspired.
Dust of forgotten miracles. Rain fire from above.
But you can be like an archer, which is pretty cool.
There's a sprinkle of madness.
Remember, no matter what happens, we did not betray this world.
Antara, Ballad of Antara. It looks sick. That looked really sick. That looked really good. Sky. Oh, it's a VR title. Skydance's Behemoth. It looks familiar. I don't know if we've seen anything on this game before, but
and break the curse.
we need more VR titles. This already looks good. The devs from Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. That's big. They did a really good job with that franchise.
Among us thirst for death.
Now this is more like, I like this, dude. Little medieval weaponry. Holy crap.
The poison in my veins begs me to kill.
I'll put you in the ground.
The power of our god is immeasurable.
Thought I could be a hero. But heroes don't survive the Forsaken Lands.
Oh my god, he chopped his face in half. That looks good. That looks good, man. That looks really good. Yeah, those developers I definitely trust to do a good job with the VR title. They did really well with The Walking Dead. Speaking of which, Saints and Sinners, I think 1 and 2 are going to be available on PlayStation's catalog coming up. So grab it while you can. An Alien game. A VR Alien game. Okay, well, that would just... Yeah. I haven't played too many horror games. Holiday? Who would want to play a horror game on Christmas? I haven't played too many I haven't played any horror games on VR. I think Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners is about as close as it gets, but...
Hi everyone, I'm Sean Benson. I'm back on State of Play to introduce more exciting titles coming to PlayStation, starting with a highly anticipated PvP shooter, playable soon on PS5.
Another PvP shooter. Oh, yeah, okay. Marvel Rivals? NetEase. A lot of people are saying it's good. It's a Marvel Overwatch in third person. I'm kind of down to play it a little bit. Mostly because...
All realities converge here.
Yeah, it looks good. It's Marvel. It's Overwatch in third person. And I know that's kind of contradicting what I said earlier about Concord, but that's the thing. The marketing for Concord was misleading in a way. Like, they obviously mentioned that, yeah, okay, you got story with each of the characters, but it wasn't made very clear as to what it was going to be. They made it look like it was going to be a single-player game. Like a single-player narrative game, and it just didn't even come close to that. So that's why I was upset about that one. Like I said, I'm more than likely will try it, but it was disappointing. This one, we already knew what it was, so. But I'm wondering if this one... It's probably another one of the 6 live service games that Sony wanted. Maybe. I doubt it's only on PlayStation.
Okay.
But
let's see how mankind has conquered space.
hold up. Close beta in July this year. Hold on. Stop. Who the hell was that? Who was this? I'm going to backtrack. Who the hell is this? That's what I thought. I wanted to make sure that I got the name right. Is this supposed to be like a gender swapped Galactus or something? Or is it like his daughter or something? I'm going to let this pass for now. I'm going to let it slide for now. I'm sure we'll find out soon. If it's his daughter, whatever. didn't even know Galactus had anybody big enough to actually make a daughter with. But if that's like, if she's like his daughter or something, fine. If that is a gender swapped Galactus, no. I'm loving all the Asian games, all the Asian folklore. I love it. This looks Chinese. Ooh. So Souls-like, yeah. But a little bit faster paced than the Souls. I love the Asian folklores, man. It's so much more interesting. So I'm kind of digging all these new games. Black Myth, Wukong. You got Wolong Fallen Dynasty. Rise of the Ronin, which isn't really like a Souls-like, but you know. There's, Where Winds... Oh, yeah, I heard about that one. We can wishlist it at least. I'm gonna put that on my wish list. Even though I'm not buying digital copies that much anymore.
Hello, friends and fans. I'm super excited to welcome all my pals back to the annual Blackwood.
Oh, this is Until Dawn remastered or something like that, which...
Oh, nice one.
You can't hide.
I mean...
You're going down. Oh.
Did we really need it? You can play the original on PS5. It's...
that we're all still here together.
Fight the break of dawn.
I feel like someone's watching us.
There's no one out there.
I think it's a remaster.
Make this one trip we will never forget.
Dude, it's Remy Malek. Was he in the game? Yeah, I think he was actually.
Mike, Emily.
Loved him in Mr. Robot. He was excellent in that show. Loved every single episode of that show. It was unbelievable. If you've never seen Mr. Robot, highly recommend it.
I was down there.
You were?
It was horrible.
I don't want to make hasty decisions that get everyone killed. No! We should stay put right here until dawn.
Jessica!
You can't let me die!
Now, I have this game, but I've never played it because it's just the whole thing. While I'm sure the story is excellent, which I have seen it through somebody else playing it, coming to PS5 doesn't make any sense. Obviously, they're going to put some enhancements on it, but it looked good anyway, so I don't know. Anyway, I'm not really a big fan of quick time events anymore. Like, that's such a dead game mechanic, and that's basically all that game is. It's just, can you think on your feet? How many, it's all quick time events. It's just, I hate it. I hate it.
Was once a peaceful land. But each day
now, Path of Exile 2, I'm really excited for this one because, well, we know what it is, and in my opinion, it rivals what I've seen, clearly. It rivals the visuals of Diablo easily. And I'm more inclined to play this because I'm not buying Diablo 4. They completely lost my business. But this looks unbelievable. In comparison to the first game, which I really wanted to get into, for the story and stuff like that, and just because I love these games, ARPGs and whatnot, but yeah, I don't know, I just never really invested myself into it. This, if I catch it at the beginning, I think will be a good investment. I think that's the reason why I haven't continued on it with PoE 1, just because there's a lot. It has couch co-op. That's huge. That's huge. Crossplay, of course. Huge advocate of crossplay co-op. Cross progression, so you can move from system to system. Look at the visuals. I think they're using an in-house engine too, which is even better. That's insane, man. That looks so good. Early access late 2024. They're taking their time on making this game, but they're at least showing it off. It's coming to PlayStation. It would have to. It would have to come to the consoles. That looked fantastic. Oh, people were talking about this.
I'm sorry. I was just...
It's okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost.
They were talking about how...
Looking for Silent Hill?
I guess the...
Stay away.
I think people are like
town,
complaining
there's
about the way she
something
looks. Because of course
with
they
it?
do.
Is it dangerous?
Maybe.
I don't know. The first bit of...
I'm not lying.
First bit of footage that I've seen of this...
Dangerous or not?
I wasn't really that impressed. I thought it was like... I thought it was going to be more visually appealing than what they showed off the first time. This looks a little better.
No.
But...
You shouldn't be here.
See, like, his hair is kind of glowing. I don't understand that. Yeah, this looks a little better. Like, they fixed... The earlier showings looked like that maybe there were a few bugs in the lighting and stuff like that. His hair is glowing, though, which is weird. I don't know why it's doing that.
I promise. Tell him I'll be good, please. No. Please.
But I have been excited for this one because I've never played any Silent Hill games. I was really excited for Silent Hills, the one Kojima was working on, but hold on. What does that say? Watch the Silent Hill transmission on the official Silent Hill YouTube immediately following Sony's interactive state of play. Sony Interactive's state of play.
Capcom announced this next game last December, offering just a glimpse of what's in store for their celebrated
Capcom
franchise.
is on a roll, man.
Today, I am so excited to share the first full gameplay trailer for Monster Hunter Wilds.
Okay, this is the new Monster Hunter. I haven't even come close to finishing Monster Hunter World, so... I really like Monster Hunter. I don't know. I wanted to play with my friend, with Jeremy, but you can't... The weird part about Monster Hunter World is you can't play together during doing story missions for some reason. It was a very strange choice. Like, I would have had to finish a story mission before I could actually party up with him again, and it just made no sense, so...
Incredible. I've never heard of a Karatnoth herd this big before. One of them's got big spikes on
They have mounts in this one? I don't think they had mounts in World. I could be wrong. Like I said, I barely ever played it, so... Maybe that'll be the next game after Killzone, the Killzone franchise, on our stream.
Now to lead it away
Maybe I'll play Monster Hunter World, because it actually has a story. So the visuals are awesome. They're probably doing this on the RE engine, more than likely. That's basically Capcom's. It's like the only engine they build on. And what's crazy is that they literally can build any game with it. Unlike something like the Frostbite engine, where it was mainly made for the purpose of first-person shooters, and EA tried to make it their main engine for literally everything, like Madden and FIFA and things that weren't, and RPGs like Dragon Age, things that weren't supposed to be made on that engine, things that the engine wasn't built for. The RE engine has proven to be one of the most versatile engines that any developer has ever actually had. Because we've got multiple different types of games built on the same engine, and it's really impressive to watch. And this looks no different. It looks so good.
I've selected you as a lead hunter for this expedition.
Thank you, sir.
That voice sounds familiar. Those facial animations are garbage, but That voice sounds like one of the characters from Monster Hunter World, so maybe it's just the same voice actor, but different character. I don't think these two are going to be tied together. That would be interesting, though. If Monster Hunter Wilds was tied with Monster Hunter World, I think that'd be the first time they ever did that. Get bonuses in Monster Hunter Wilds armor set. Obviously, if you pre-order, I guess. I didn't see if it was a pre-order, but that would be a first for the franchise of Monster Hunter to tie two games together, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Got another Asian company. Good. I thought I recognized it. It's Team Asobo. Asobo? Asobi? Astrobot, baby. Dude, the game that came with the PS5, it was awesome. It was so good. It really was the only game that utilized the DualSense to its fullest, which is really sad. I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of potential with that controller, but they were the only ones to do it with Astrobot. Astrobot's Playroom, that is. Which, while, you know, was a mini game, it was a full-fledged game, but it was so good. So it looks like they finally just went full on, and they're like, here's a Astrobot full-fledged game. Classic platformer, just reminds me so much of the old days. Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter. Donkey Kong. Mario, obviously. Good platformers are really, I don't know, they're few and far between these days. But I absolutely adored Astrobot's Playroom. It was such a nostalgia trip for me in terms of its design. And of course, there was a lot of references to the older systems. A lot of collectibles based on the older systems, stuff like that. It was so good. This looks unbelievable. This is crazy. I have no doubt this is going to be probably one of the more popular games when it comes out. I guarantee you. Watch. People, for many years now, since the first Astrobot game, which I think was a VR title first, have been raving about Astrobot. They've been asking for a full-fledged Astrobot game, and we finally are getting it. That's awesome. September 6th, baby! Let's go! I'm in. I love Astrobot. It's so much fun to play.
Be sure to visit PlayStation blog for more on the games you just saw, as well as PlayStation.com for the latest on Days of Play. This global celebration runs through June 12th, with deals on PlayStation
that's
Store,
the end of it.
great new content coming to PlayStation Plus, and much more.
Okay, Days of Play, May 29th through June 12th. That's going on right now, of course. I'm very excited for a good handful of these games. I'll give them that much. The VR titles looked very, very, very promising. Especially this one. This one is right up my alley. That definitely looks like... Anyway, so that was the State of Play Behemoth. There we go. Awesome. I keep doing that. Wrong keyboard. It wasn't the best showing. I started off with a huge disappointment. Like I said, with Concord, we didn't know what it was up to this point. Now we know what it is. But the marketing is very misleading. Very misleading. They have this whole story trailer, which was excellent. It was very well done, and it was very much in the realm of Guardians of the Galaxy, which I, not too long ago, finished, and it was absolutely one of the best games I've played in a long time. It was excellent. The dialogue, the story, the graphics, the gameplay, it was all fantastically done. And that's the feeling I got with this trailer. I'm thinking, ooh, it's another Guardians of the Galaxy style game. No, not even close. It's a PvP live service junk. And like I said, I know it sounds contradictory to what I said about Marvel's Rivals, but Marvel's Rivals never actually did something like this where they covered up what they actually were. People knew or know what Marvel's Rivals is going to be. Nobody knew what this game was going to be up until this point. And they start the show off by doing this. If they didn't do this, I would have had less things to say about it. Less harsh things to say about it. But this is just like you start off with this and then you show off this. Like, why? Why is it a PvP shooter? Why is it 5v5? I don't know. It's another Overwatch competitor. That's essentially what it is. You have unique characters with unique abilities trying to complete an objective. They'll probably have all the classic game modes like, Payload and probably TDM, I'm sure. But I'm so disappointed because they started off with such a great cinematic, making me think, oh, this is another awesome Guardians of the Galaxy style game. Narrative driven, great story, great characters, because they seem like really awesome characters. And it turns into this. And like I said, what they're doing with weekly story cinematics to really flesh out the characters, great job with that. I think that's one of the things that Overwatch 2 lacks, of course, because we all know what happened with that. But this is not what I expected. I'm not going to say it's not what I wanted because, well, we didn't know what it was, so how could I know what I wanted? But based on the cinematic trailer, it's not what I wanted, based on that. But it's certainly not what I expected it to be. Very unfortunate. Guys, developers, we are running out of time here with what we can play. We don't have running out of time. I'm not even sure what I meant by that. We don't have all the time in the world. Okay? We're not teenagers anymore, most of us. Most of the demographic that play video games are between 18 and 35 or something like that. Like, I'm 37, 38 this year, so still I'm out of that age range, but still, us older people of the older generation, we still love playing video games. They're a huge part of our lives. We grew up with them. But to expect us to be able to play all these games and keep up with them. Oh, let me do the dailies. That's basically what it comes down to. When you've got all these different live services and you want to play them all you're doing is hopping between one to the other, doing the daily login quests or missions, and that's it. And then you hop on to the next one. That's what this is going to be. If this doesn't hit, it'll be like Lawbreakers. It'll come and go, and nobody will have heard of it or even cared about it if they don't nail it the first time. And that's really a sad thing because Lawbreakers actually it looked like a really awesome game. I never got a chance to play it because it just came and went. Overwatch literally overshadowed it because they released at the same time. So that was a huge mistake. But like the whole industry is full of these 5v5 PvP Overwatch competitors. And it's just like, guys, stop doing that. I don't know. Like I said, I'll probably end up trying it anyway, just because if it's a free-to-play game, then I can get a video out of it, I guess. But I'm not happy with this one. I'm really disappointed by that. Sci-fi is my jam. It could have been something big. It's sci-fi-esque. Dynasty Warriors, good to see them back to form. This looks actually like Dynasty Warriors that we remember, not the Dynasty Warriors 9 that nobody asked for, like open world, but this is just a small snippet. It's just showing off, obviously, huge battles. Whether or not that's an open world, we have yet to see, but this looks like classic Dynasty Warriors and it looks awesome. I miss a good Dynasty Warriors. This game is weird. I don't know what the hell this is. Probably not a game for me, but the visuals are very impressive. We've got 2 games from Inbound. This one looks really good. Was it that one? Was this one Inbound as well? The picture one? Yes. Okay, so this cutesy one is from Inbound, and this dark and broody one is from Inbound. So same studio or publisher. I don't know. Sony would be the publisher, so I guess the same studio is making 2 games at once, which is very ambitious for a studio that I'm not really familiar with. I don't know if they're brand new, but I've never heard of them. So, but obviously, just because I haven't heard of them doesn't mean that they aren't known. So, Marvel's Rivals, we talked about it a little bit earlier. I'm gonna give it a try. You know, third person Overwatch. Third person makes more sense to me because you can see your character. So if you get new skins, you can see the change, kind of like Fortnite. First person, you don't see anything. You just see your gun, which, you know, skins for guns is one thing. This, like I said, if this is a gender swap Galactus, that's, what the hell's wrong with you guys? But if it's like his daughter or something, which again, don't know how that's even possible. Though I think Galactus, he can make himself huge, or he can, like, you know, go down to normal size. I don't know. I can't remember all his powers. This looks really good. Again, the Asian folklore, Asian-based games. This one I remember hearing about. Very excited for all these types of games because I love the lore of Asian cultures, Japanese, Chinese, Korean, you name it. I want to know about it. Where Winds Meet, though, I heard about that one. That looks really good. It showed off some gameplay. I'm assuming what was some gameplay. This, I think, is completely unnecessary. Until Dawn being ported to PS5, you didn't need to port it. You could play it on PS5 right now. They're obviously porting it so higher frame rates and stuff like that, but like, why would you need a higher frame rate for something where you push buttons? Like, yeah, I think there's some walking around portions, but it's not an action game. It's all quick time events, which I don't like. You know, I'm sure the story is great. Like I said, I did see somebody else play it, but I'm just, nah. Path of Exile 2, big thumbs up. This looks fantastic. And I think it's built on their own custom engine. But Path of Exile 2 engine. It's a proprietary engine. So they can... it looks phenomenal. You guys did Grinding Gear Games. You guys have got my attention. Because it's going to be a free-to-play game. I wouldn't mind if it was a premium game, personally. But it's going to be a free-to-play game. And this rivals, if not looks better than Diablo 4. I genuinely, truly believe that. It looks so freaking good. So very excited. Cross-play, cross-progression, couch co-op, which is unbelievable. I cannot believe they did that. That is so good. That is so good. You can play with your friends in the same freaking room. You don't have to rely on an internet connection. Or at least on, you know, more than one internet connection, I should say. PlayStation Plus membership. Okay, they had that little disclaimer. Hold on. Online multiplayer play requires PlayStation Plus member, as usual. PS Plus is subject to recurring subscription fee, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's just the disclaimer. You should know by now that multiplayer online capabilities of PlayStation has always required PlayStation Plus. Silent Hill 2. Never played any of the Silent Hill games. Mostly probably because, well, back then I was not into horror games. Now I am, but I don't think I'd go back to play them anyway because the game mechanics, the controller schemes and stuff like that were probably very archaic by today's standards. This one looks really good. I do remember that the old Silent Hill games, I don't think you could fight back. Could be wrong. I think you had a pistol at one point. But this seems a lot more in-depth, a lot more like a Resident Evil game, which is good because that's what people like. This looks really awesome. Monster Hunter Wilds. I've been a Monster Hunter fan for a long time now. I cannot say that I've finished any of them. It's been a long time since I played Monster Hunter World. And, you know, back on the PS2 and even the PSP, I did play a little bit of some of their games on there. But Monster Hunter is just a great franchise. And, I mean, Astrobot, what a way to end it with Astrobot. I mean, that's fantastic. Very excited about Astrobot. Great game, by the way. If you haven't played it, if you have a PS5, you should have gotten a free copy of it. But Astrobot's Playroom is a great mini game to play, and I highly recommend it. So I can't wait till this comes out and see what Team Asobo? Let me take a look. Hold on, real quick. PlayStation Studios. I think it's Asobi. Yeah, Asobi, not Asobo. Asobo is Microsoft Flight Simulator, I think. Anyway, so that was the state of play. For the most part, pleased. Few things in there, like that picture game from Inbound. I don't know what that's all about. That definitely is not geared towards me. So visually looked fantastic, though. I got to say, the art style was really good. But I don't know if that'd be a game I'd play. We'll have to see. We'll probably see more of it later. Very disappointed with Concord. But you know me, I'm going to try it. I'm probably going to try it and put out a video on it just to say I tried it. Who knows? It might hook me. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm just disappointed. I feel like the trailer was misleading. But now we know what it is. But for the most part, very excited for a lot of that stuff. So let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. If you guys watched this, or if this is the first time you're seeing it, what did you think? Are you excited? Are you disappointed by Concord like I was, or was it pretty much what you would expect out of Sony at this point? Let me know. And but that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and please join me again in the next one where we take a look at another trailer and give our thoughts on it. Though this is many trailers. And see if we like what we see. But until then, I'm Adam Wolf. This is the PlayStation State of Play. And I'll see you guys later.